Hi guys, welcome to Unbox Learning, and you're with me Surbhi. And I think I am making this video after one and a half months, because last month was like the biggest nightmare, and a nightmare which I felt would never end. But yes, thankfully it has ended. And yes, there are a lot of scars that it has left behind, but like it is always said that every cloud has a silver lining, and the sun shall always shine after the deepest and the darkest storm. So yes, that storm is over. So last month my entire family was battling COVID, and it wasn't an easy battle. And I think you cannot explain uh, battling this virus, because it's beyond words. What you go through is just unspeakable, and uh, it takes everything that you have to kind of come out of it. So I wanted to discuss this with you, because this is a time when all of us are suffering, and in the world, the entire world is suffering, and it is very essential to share anything that you know which may give benefit to other people, especially in this time, because my channel is not just about my whatever I have learned in terms of parenting, the products, the tools. Now, since I've started posting on YouTube, I feel I have a connect with the people who are watching. So what I learned from my COVID journey, I am definitely going to share with each one of you. And I'm sure, because I myself, I did I did see a lot of videos, read articles, tried a lot of techniques to get out of this problem, because the condition that is going on, hospitals, lack of hospitals, beds, and all of that. It's a tragic condition. But then you can't just sit, blame, think about all the negativity and not do anything. When the problem falls on your head, you have to find solutions. So in the very first week of April, I had certain strange symptoms, and which I would say are not very usual. But since I closely monitor myself, and since I've been working, I've been going out to work, so I've been very cautious, but still the virus got me. Yeah. So there were certain initial symptoms which can be warning signs, which I felt. Symptoms vary from person to person, of course. But even before I had a fever or any symptom, I had certain signs. My body was giving me certain signs, which included sleeplessness. So even before uh, 5 to 7 days before I started getting a mild fever, I started getting sleepless nights. I wouldn't sleep till 3 in the night, and I would have an anxiety. So that was my body's signal that something wasn't going right, because I am someone who sleeps like a log at night when my daughter allows me to sleep, because she usually plays at night. So when you notice that there is something unusual that is happening with you, that is a warning sign. Okay. For me, I started getting sleepless nights, anxiety, and there was a certain confusion that I felt in my mind. So when I am reading, my mind is thinking about some task that has to be done. When I go to do that task, I'm messing it around. I don't know what to do when. So there was a lack of coordination, there was a confusion in my mind. At the same time, I wouldn't fall asleep even in the afternoon, even though I have had just a 3 hour, 4 hour sleep. Anxiety, emotional fluctuation. Now, this is not the usual emotional fluctuation. It is a strange kind of fear that grips you, which does not have any name, any reason per se. So that started happening even a week prior. okay. And then I started noticing my body temperature was sometimes 99 and sometimes it wasn't at all. My thermometer, thermal radiation, it did not even show any temperature. It was 98. So for a couple of minutes, say 10 minutes, 5 minutes, the temperature would be 99, then it would go back. And of course I was noticing that something is wrong, but then when I went to the doctor, he said that you'll have to keep a watch. And it is then when I got to know that people whom I had met had got the virus, and hence I got myself tested, and then of course the story begins. So mine was mild, I would say. It was still pretty mild, but another very important symptom that I started feeling even before I had a fever was I felt as if a band was wrapped around my chest. A tight band was wrapped around my chest, and it would get tighter and tighter daily. And sometimes the band wouldn't be there, which was again very unusual. And this symptom troubled me till I was 10 days, 12 days into my COVID journey. And yes, I have taken all the medicines that were required to be taken by, I was totally under the guidance of the doctor. And yes, what I would tell you that my O2 levels never got dropped. They were constantly at 98, thanks to Almighty. My taste and smell, when my fever went away, I had mild fever, 9900. When my fever went away, suddenly I was happy. I was glad that it was probably just a viral, because at that point of time I was still waiting for my RT-PCR and all to show up. So I was waiting for it, and suddenly my taste and smell just vanishes. Now smell doesn't mean that you can faintly smell something. Going away of smell means you cannot even smell perfume or any kind of essence, be it asafoetida, be it camphor. I couldn't smell anything at all. And my taste was such that I couldn't decipher between what is sweet and what is bitter, what is salty. It was a strange kind of a metallic taste. And what I noticed in my COVID journey is that when I started gaining my taste and smell, which I gained when I was 14 days old into my journey, or rather 15 days. When I started gaining back and taste and smell, it is at that point of time when you start feeling a little bit fitter, right? And it is from that point in time your recovery starts. And frankly, I don't know when I started recovering, because since my entire family was COVID positive, which included my younger daughter, 3-year-old, my comorbid dad, my husband, my sister, everybody, my mother, and of course they had good noticeable symptoms. I do not know. I recovered in the course of taking care of everyone, running around, anxiety, stress, whatnot was there during this period. But what I personally saw, because we could not get hospitals and all, and the hospital we got, not to mention any details, it wasn't worth staying. In fact, if I would have left my people there, I would not have got them back. So I would definitely say that anxiety, stress plays a very important part in your SpO2 levels. Though whenever my stress levels or my anxiety, my panic would go up, my SpO2 levels would also get down to 94, 95, and that's the maximum dip that I've seen in my saturation level. But then it again varies from person to person. So what I personally noticed, that COVID starts accentuating its symptoms on the 4th day and on the 8th day. The first 3 days you do not feel anything, and that is why it is deceiving. You feel it is a normal flu. But trust me, from day 4, 5, the journey becomes tougher and tougher, and the weakness is such that you cannot even get up from the bed. And I would again say that probably mine was very mild because I was doing everything, or probably I had no choice. So the weakness doesn't really mean that you have to be very scared. Weakness means that you're on a path of recovery, right? You're on a path of recovery. And yes, I was panicking. I was definitely panicking, and it is normal human tendency to get panicked when your entire family is COVID positive and you do not have assistance of hospital. So but yeah, things did fall on track, and we all of us did recover. Of course, my dad is taking lot more days than we took, and yes, even when I'm talking to you, I'm catching my breath, which is very unlikely of me, because if you've seen my previous videos, I talk quite fast, and still my voice modulation isn't happening. So yeah, it is taking time, but it's fine. I'm happy that I have survived it. My entire family survived it. So so guys, just a piece of advice, that one mask won't help. Big brands, they claim to be 7 layers, 6 layers, but they failed, because I'm someone who wears a mask all the time when I'm outside, and I do not know from where I got the virus. So it's better to always wear 2 layers to 3 layers of masks, and also you can wear a head shield, face shield, so by no chance the virus should enter. And yeah, you should keep on steaming and gargling, because the more you steam and gargle, you will be able to put a control over this virus. Just because, trust me, this is just catastrophic. What it does to your body, it's just, you cannot just imagine it. It's just beyond, I'm telling you, it's just beyond understanding. It's beyond explanation. People who are still not taking it seriously, you better start taking it seriously, because it'll take a hold of you, and you never know when the tables will turn. For whom the tables will completely turn, you do not know that. So I've shared a few learnings from my COVID journey, and you can stay positive. You must stay positive. If you are COVID positive, then your heart and soul should also think in the positive direction. Why? Because when you are thinking in a positive direction and you are feeling positivity inside you, your body will secrete hormones that would give you strength to fight this virus. And one major advice, there are people who are not listening to their doctor's advice. That is very, very wrong. My doctor gave me medicines which I took to the T, exactly as he said. But I know people who are missing out on medicines, who think that these are too many medicines. Do not do that, because your body alone cannot fight this virus. You do need help of medicines as well. So taking your medicines, and definitely doing a lot of breathing exercises. I will be making another video, because since we all have recovered from COVID, there are a lot of good things we have learned, and I would definitely want to share with all of you before getting to any other videos. First, I would definitely want to share all my learnings. So in my next video, I'm going to discuss my family's journey into COVID, and what all we learned, what all we feel was what did not kind of work, and what went against us, so that people around the world who are not getting access to any hospitals, at least they get some idea. Because I know I got a lot of idea from the people who are making these kind of videos, giving candid experiences. It really helps. So guys, do share it if you with relevant people you feel, who might get a little more idea or some help. So see you, and do take care of yourself.